from St. Vincent, raise your hand in the air right now. Party time, there we go. Ladies, I want to see you dancing right now. Come forward. Come.
Hey guys, welcome back to Carib 21, wherever in the world you're watching this video from. So today I am outside and I'm celebrating Caribbean culture. And we're here in a place called Morrisburg, Ontario. And we're celebrating the Vincy picnic. Vincy picnic has been in this area for over 30 years. And now we're out today to celebrate the culture, food, music, family, everything Vincentian. So come with us while we celebrate Vincy culture. Okay, so we're finally here at the annual Vincy picnic, and that was after what, 6.5 hour drive just to get here. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, hundreds or thousands of vehicles parked. And this, as I said, this is one of the biggest picnic in the world. Normally, we would have like 10,000 people showing up to this picnic. So a picnic with 10,000 people, you know, it's a big deal. So yes, we're at the annual Vincy picnic, celebrating the culture, the unity of the beautiful St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And as you can see, cars galore. Cars all over, look at that. Celebrating. So here, as I said, it took us about 6.5 hours to get here. And the reason why this location was selected is because this is one of the biggest Vincentian event in North America. So people would come from New York, upstate New York, different parts of New York. People come from Montreal, people come from Toronto, people come from Ottawa, and all the way from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, people will show up for the annual Vincy picnic. So this is no ordinary picnic. As you can see, cars galore. This is a big deal. So I'll go inside. I'll show you the food, the culture, try and talk to a few people from St. Vincent and the Grenadines that come here every year to celebrate this beautiful, beautiful Vincy picnic. Okay, so I'm here with Nicole. She's one of the organizers of the Vincy picnic. And I must say, this is actually the biggest picnic I've ever seen. And this is very impressive in terms of the size and the organization. Like when we came in, there were like thousands of cars out there. And just the way we came in, organized, and the security and everything is out there. What type of organization, what type of effort does it take to put on something like this?
It takes a lot of work. We meet every Wednesday, and we're on for like 3 hours just planning, organizing, making sure everything is all right, that everyone is going to come out and have a good time.
Okay, so do you start planning it as soon as this one is end like today? You start planning like a few weeks for next year?
We take a little break, and then we're back in September, and then we start going until July.
So how long has this festival been going? How long have the picnic, the celebration, been going on, the Vincy picnic?
Since 1999. So it's been going on for a long time.
1999. That sounds like it's been on before I was born. Yeah, so and in terms of, I know that there are people here, there are people from Montreal, there are people from Ottawa, there are people from Toronto, from New York. People are coming as far as from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so in terms of putting on something this big, this takes a lot of fun. Do you get assistance in terms of, or from the government, or is it just an effort from the different Vincent Association?
It's an effort from the different association. We sell parking tickets. We have an early bird and then regular tickets, and at the door we do not get assistance from the government.
Oh, that is such a shame, because this, I must say, as I said, this is one of the most impressive organized event that I've ever seen. And what I like about it, what I've been telling people, that because we kind of track Caribbean celebration all around Canada, and what we notice, like for example, when you go to some of the other, like Jamaica or Trinidad and Tobago, it's more adult focus. But the Vincy picnic, I've never seen a picnic this magnitude, and it seemed to be more family oriented. You can take your barbecue, take your kids. We see people now, they're swimming and people are just barbecuing and having a good time. Why did you guys choose to go picnic instead of going like a fete like the other Caribbean islands?
Because we're a family oriented organization, so we believe strongly in families, so we want to include everybody. We don't want to exclude anyone, so we wanted children to come out and have a good time. That's why we have a kids village. There's painting, there's storytelling, there's actually for the first time we have a mini golf at the kids village this year, so this is amazing. So we just don't want it to be like an adult. We just want everyone to come out and have a good time.
Yeah, and it is so impressive because I'm seeing people, like there are people from everywhere. Because my wife is Vincent and I'm Jamaican background, so I'm sure there's like people from all over the Caribbean
Yeah.
and different cultures here. So what's the feedback like with people coming to you as one of the organizers on how they're enjoying the event?
They're having a great time. And that's why they come year after year, because of the we're very welcoming. So we're always happy to have everyone. We're one Caribbean, we're one country, we're one people, so we welcome everybody.
Yeah, so thank you very much and keep up the good work. As I said, like this is very impressive. Like I've been to a lot of festivals and different organized events, and this, the crowd here, it's almost like a jazz festival, but a picnic. So that is just so amazing to see. Like, and as I said, the organization, like coming in, because sometimes coming into an event with like 10,000 people is a nightmare. But when we came in and the security detail and how we were able to park and the sections were done, it's very organized and I'm very impressed. So congratulations and keep up the good work. Okay, so I'm here with my new friend Lorna, and she's someone that's been coming to this picnic for a very long time. So Lorna,
30 years.
over 30 years?
Over 30 years.
So-
Over 30 years.
So what keep you coming back?
Well, I've been coming since my kids was a baby with me, my husband, and the kids. But after my kids get teenagers and they just disappear from coming. But then I stopped and I come back. What made me coming back? Just meeting up with everybody from St. Vincent, but different place of St. Vincent, like um, Toronto, New York. Just meeting up with my own people.
That's nice. So how does it make you feel as a Vincentian, that even though you are small and the population is not that big, but to see like thousands of people coming out to celebrate Vincy culture, how does that make you feel?
It made me feel very proud. You know what? To be honest with you, coming here this morning, I got up around 2:30, and I cook. I told everybody that who was coming with me. Four of my friends came along with me. I drove. I picked them up, and we drove come here. It took us an hour and a half, and just coming here with them and having breakfast here. We got here around 9:30, and having breakfast here feels so good because my daughter is here, yes, but she's grown. They're grown. So I went here with my friends and from St. Vincent and other people that I meet up with, and it feels so good. I feel so proud that we as Vincentian, we like this day make us feel like happy. It's a happy moment. We like everybody giving each other food. Like I met a family, I thought it was an organization, and she said to me, "No, it's not an organization. We just feel like we give food out every year." And she was roasting breadfruit, and she was making goat head soup, and all this was free. And this is a family from St. Vincent, but live here in Montreal. And to just come and be in here with all these people from St. Vincent, different country, make me feel good. I feel home away from home. St. Vincent, I love you. I love you, St. Vincent. My beautiful little island, St. Vincent. I love you.
Yeah, it is so amazing because St. Vincent is beautiful. So the fact that we drove over 6 hours to get here, but because we're surrounded by nature, it's so worth it because it feels like we're back in St. Vincent, surrounded by nature, being right out here. So how does it like? Because you said you have been coming here for over 30 years, and I'm sure you have met people from day one that you'll come and you'll see here today. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel happy. It made me feel, to be honest, I feel like every time I look forward coming here, I'm going to surely see someone that I haven't seen, like I see somebody that I haven't seen 20 years. Today I see somebody that I haven't seen over 30 years. So each time I come, I'll be meeting new people that I've been seeing. And for the fact that I didn't get to go home to St. Vincent, it makes me feel like, okay, I made it up with my Vincy people and getting all the good food from the island. Make me feel good. And this is what St. Vincy Picnic is all about. I love my culture. And what can I say?
Thank you very much. Thank you for talking with us, and
Yes,
keep
yes.
enjoying yourself. Thank
And
you.
listen, my husband keep looking at you each time, and I hope you get to see this one. And
Shout him out.
hello,
Shout him out.
Roy. Hello. Here is your good friend. You're always looking at him. Every time I come from work, you are there looking at him. Hello, Roy.
Okay, so Roy, that's your wife, and that was it. We're at the Vincy picnic, and that is it.
Anybody from St. Vincent, raise your hand in the air right now. Party time, there we go. Ladies, I want to see you dancing right now. Come forward. Girl, excuse me for staring. It's so interesting, the way that you move. Hey girl, you set me on fire, arouse my desire, put me in the mood. Help me sing if you remember. I think that you're so fine. You're so fine, I've been waiting in there. Yeah, just a get up. I want to see some waistline. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Turn around, turn it around again, turn it around again. I'm gonna turn around, walk that bumper down, turn it around again. Girl, you're more than amazing. My temperature rising, I'm feeling so good. Hey girl, I'm hot for your body. Not everybody got a body like you see. I think that you're so. I've been waiting for so. Yeah, just a guitar. Can we wind one more time? Turn around, walk that bumper, turn it around again. Turn around, walk that bumper, turn it around again. 1, I want you wine and go down. 2, I want you wine to the ground. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sexy girl, just go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Hold on. Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Vincy family, how you feeling? Listen, greetings all the way from Camden Park. And I'm feeling 100%, but I had to be here. I couldn't miss it. I couldn't miss it at all. Do we have anybody inside from Oya over the river? Anybody from Oya over the river? Sandy be fancy. What about What about Georgetown? Do we have anybody from Georgetown? South Rivers and them areas? Bayaboo? Canary, yes. Don't worry, I'm coming to your area soon. I want to sing a tune for the ladies. Right now I'm feeling a little lonely. I need some company a little closer to the stage. Do you mind? Anybody like Raga Soca? Do you love this? Is our original creation. I feel like doing a little Raga Soca today.
Okay, so I'm here with a proud Vincy lady, and you can see the colors. So what is your name, and how long have you been coming to Vincy Picnic?
Well, my name is Shama Gul, and I've been coming here like about 12 years now.
12 years?
Yeah.
So what does it mean to you as a Vincentian celebrating Vincy culture in Canada?
Well, for me, I think it's a good thing because we get to meet Vincentian who we haven't seen in a very long time. We get to reunite with families and friends, like some of them from Toronto and from the States who come to visit. And so I find it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the Vincentian to get to reunite with each other.
And how far did you travel today to get to the picnic?
Well, from Montreal.
Oh, you're from Montreal, so you cheated. You didn't come from Toronto like us.
No, not. I'm from Montreal.
And you said you do it every single year.
Every year I come.
Okay, that is very good. And it's what do you love the most about just being here? Because I know, like, what I've observed, because this is our first time really coming, especially this location, because it used to be at Thousand Island, but surrounded by nature. It pretty much remind me of being in St. Vincent. So what does it mean to you to be like surrounded in nature like this, seeing the ocean there, even though it's not the same quality water like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but still surrounded by nature?
Well, it gave me a good feeling. It reminds me of all the trees because back in my days I used to be climbing a lot of trees. I remember that. It reminds me of the ocean. We don't see much of this when we're in Montreal because it's mostly city and cars and so. So it's a good feeling. It's like a happy, exciting feeling, especially for the kids. They get to run about at the big pasture and get to do stuff that they don't normally do back in Montreal.
Okay, nice. Okay, so thank you for talking with us, and enjoy and represent Vincy color.
Always.
All right.
Always.
Have a good one.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
The right place. Okay. Paradise Getaway.
I guess you don't know what I'm talking about. Hopes of raising awareness of Vincy Mass and Caribbean music. She performs all over the Caribbean, from Trinidad Carnival, Vincy Mass, Barbados, Coco, Barbados, Spice Mass, and St. Lucia.
Okay, so I'm here at the Vincy Picnic, and I'm talking to Shelly from the tourist board of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been like an emerging, like the new kid on the block in terms of tourism because of the arrival of Sandals Hotel, and I think not Four Seasons. There's another hotel.
Mandarin Oriental, the only one in the Caribbean. The Soho Beach House, the only one also in the Caribbean. And our international airport only opened in 2017. So we're more or less the new kid on the block in the Caribbean in that respect, apart from Dominica.
Okay, and I think this year St. Vincent and the Grenadines was ranked the most improved in tourism in the entire region. So for like a new kid on the block, that's an amazing achievement.
Definitely. We are a big eco destination, a big green destination. We have black and white sand beaches. We have 32 islands and keys. So you come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and there's so much diversity. You can sit on a black sand beach today, a white sand beach tomorrow. You could go sailing through our 32 islands. So I think it's that diversity which has presented itself because property as big as Sandals, a franchise as big as Sandals, has opened in the destination. It has just opened up people to our destination. They're able to discover something new.
Yeah, do you think that Sandals have been like a game changer for St. Vincent and the Grenadines because of the powerhouse of the resort, the hotel chain itself?
Definitely. Sandals is a big player in Caribbean tourism. The voice magnifies the rate radio, the TV, everywhere. When Sandals opens a new property in a new destination, that's a big thing. So they have made it a big thing, and people have come to this new Sandals. They've experienced it, and as you will see online, we have had excellent um, people giving really good advice to come to St. Vincent and their experience at Sandals. Vincentians are generally very friendly, so they're experiencing that. They're experiencing where the Sandals is located. It's in a valley, a very valley, green valley with a river running through it, the mountains in the background on either side, and in the background, when it rains, you see the massive rainbow, in the background. It's just such an absolutely beautiful setting that when people come there, they absolutely love it.
Yes, definitely. And I just saw like Vincy Mass just wrapped up, and it was like an amazing, just seeing all the images coming out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, even like the cruise ship docking up and people leaving the cruise ship to go take a part in the Vincy Mass.
Yeah, well, it would be more yacht charters that would have come at this time. Our cruise season ends in April, but we definitely had a bigger influx than usual this year for Carnival. We expect it to be even bigger next year, so we're looking for rooms actually to put people in. Last year, by October, November, all of our hotel rooms were booked. So it's going to be a bigger year next year. Vincy Mass is the hottest mass in the Caribbean. We just don't party normal. And I think Sandals actually had a small display on property. They had a little parade in there, so the guests had a little opportunity to experience, playing a little Vincy Mass on the property.
Yeah, and I also believe that Airbnb is a game changer in the Caribbean, and I can see the reflection of that change in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because not everyone wants to go to a resort. Sometimes people just want access to local people to kind of blend into the culture. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because of the size, because of the friendliness of the people, it is so easy to get around. So what part do you think Airbnb have played in the emergence of St. Vincent as a tourism destination?
Well, we would not be able to register the numbers that we're registering without Airbnb rooms. We don't have a big hotel stock, so the Airbnb rooms are definitely presenting themselves as a viable option, as an option that people are taking. Some people prefer to cook for themselves, immerse themselves with the people, as you know, and the Airbnb has worked well. And I think it's growing more and more.
And one of the things I love about Airbnb, because I come from the hospitality industry, I've seen it in Jamaica, I've seen it in Bermuda, and I've seen where all inclusive, most time the impact is not the same. So with the Airbnb, what I've noticed is that the local population, people are able to change their life, like from a regular person hosting Airbnb to buying a second property and to make life-changing money. And I believe that is good for the Caribbean, that type of model. What do you think?
Yeah, it is an income earner for most people. There's some people who are overseas and only have Airbnb properties in St. Vincent, which they operate. There are people in St. Vincent who have rooms that they're using as Airbnb. They're fixing up new properties to host Airbnb. So it is a big changer, big game changer. And we just don't have the hotel stock, particularly on St. Vincent, because as I said, we're 32 islands. We have 9 inhabited islands. So we have properties on all the islands, but not necessarily Airbnb. And those people who come to St. Vincent is definitely, if you can't get a hotel room, it will have to be an Airbnb or an apartment or a villa or that sort.
Okay, so final question. So for someone that is watching us now and they have not heard much about St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they love the Caribbean, they are Barbados, Bermuda, all over the place, and they want an option, how would you sell them with St. Vincent and the Grenadines? What are the things that they can come to St. Vincent and expect?
Okay, you can expect anything you can get on any of the other islands. We have an active volcano. You can hike an active volcano. We have nature trails. We are a very mountainous country. We are extremely mountainous. We have lots of hiking trails if you like
like that sort of thing. And what we're finding more and more is people want to go and discover on their own. They want to get back to nature. They want to lose the concrete jungle where they come from, and they want to find themselves. We have black sand beaches. We have white sand beaches. We have 32 islands. We have, scenic drives to go on. As I said, you wouldn't believe how mountainous St. Vincent is. We recently had man versus nature run, and I don't think you would make it because those mountains were so high that it was a great challenge. We have a big sailing festival. We have the Beckway Easter Regatta. We've just started a sailing week. We have music festivals. I mean, I could go on. Vincy Mass. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more. Anybody who has been to Vincy Mass this year is coming back next year. I've had people come to the booth and me, they're getting ready for next year. And we in St. Vincent are getting ready to host you all. We look forward to having everybody because we are the Caribbean you're looking for, and we definitely have what you want.
Okay, so thank you very much. And I can attest to that because we recently visited St. Vincent. And to me, like, it's the best kept secret in the Caribbean. When you go and you go up to places like Darkview Falls, what I love mostly about St. Vincent and the Grenadines is that almost anywhere you stay, there's a view. There's a view of the ocean, there's a view of nature. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines is definitely a place to visit. So thank you very much. Okay, so I'm here at the Vincy Festival, the Vincy Picnic, one of the biggest picnic, I would say, in North America. I've never seen anything this big. And I'm here with Terry, one of the organizers. So Terry, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I wouldn't say I'm the organizer. I'm just a part of the association in Toronto, SVGAT. So
Okay,
that's St. Vincent and Grenadines, Toronto. I'm currently the vice president.
Vice
And
President.
yeah, so now this is my second year in this area, and I could say it's really nice so far. The turnout is amazing, and everyone's having as much fun as they can, as you can see.
So were you born in Canada or are you from St. Vincent?
I was born.
You're born in St. Vincent. So how does it feel to have like Vincy culture? Because I know St. Vincent, a lot of people don't really know much about St. Vincent culture. And how does it feel to have something this big? Because when we entered, it's like thousands of cars. So I'm assuming that upwards of 5 to 10,000 people could be here today. So how does it feel to have your culture represent in Canada in such a big way?
Honestly, it's a really amazing feeling. Looking at all these people here, and especially the kids, because with the kids, there's a future in this thing growing even bigger. So for us, the older folks, and seeing the younger folks as well taking part in this is amazing. At least you know that it's gonna be here for a long, long time. So I feel really good about that.
Okay, that's good. And how long do you think it takes to put something together, something like this together? Because this seemed like a massive undertaking.
I gotta give the Vincy committee a really big hand on this, because they worked effortlessly to get this done. There was a lot of calls, a lot of meetings, and it takes a while. It takes a good, sometimes a month to get all the organizing going. And you could see with all the people and everything going on, it turned out really, really well. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's good to see because what I love about this, because we kind of track a lot of celebrations of like Caribbean culture. So we've been to like the Trinidadian celebration, Jamaican celebration. But I think with the Vincy Association, they carved out something like a niche that's very different from celebrations that we have seen from other Caribbean cultures. So, like for example, here we've seen a lot of kids, a lot of young people bounce about. Some of the other festivals that I've been to over the years, it's more adult focused, but this seems to be very family focused.
Yes, that's really true. You could actually see where, even for myself, I could go to any of the families and say, hey, introduce myself, and even have a plate of their food. We're very welcoming people. So it's a little bit different. You don't have like the crazy music all over the place. It's very family friendly. Like you said, the kids are all around. Everybody feel comfortable, welcome, and safe. That's one of the things about this organization right here.
And one thing I'm curious about, because I know that there are people here from New York. It took us 7 hours to get here because if the 401 was crazy. So it took us a very long time to get here. And I know that there are people from New York, there are people from Montreal, from Ottawa, from all over Canada, all over America, and people even make the trip from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I was curious about funding. How does it work in terms of putting something like this together?
I'm not 100% sure about the funding of it, actually. So that area, I wouldn't really be able to help. I know the tickets
Yeah.
and sponsors, but outside I couldn't really.
So is it a case where it's independent, like the associations come together and put it together, fund it themselves, or they get, as you say, like sponsorship?
So that's a separate committee that handles that.
Okay.
So I am not too sure about that aspect of it.
Okay, I'd be curious to know that though, because this is a massive undertaking, and it's so far so good. It's very beautiful, and no, nice talking to you.
No
And
problem.
yeah, so Vincy, picnic. I'm gonna call it. I think this is the biggest picnic in the entire world. I've never seen anything like this. This is comparable to like one of the like a Saint Kitts and Nevis Jazz Festival. The amount of people that we have here today.
Alright, that's it for Fatima and Colleen. We asking yellows. If you're wrong, please report backstage immediately. Now, if you were in St. Vincent for Carnival this year, you would have to agree. Let me see the hands of those who was in St. Vincent for Carnival this year. You would have to agree that this is definitely one of the best carnivals that we've had in a long time. Yes? So here's the deal. You can't afford to mess it next way. So flights available now. Book up and go home. I don't book the flight. So hoping to see you flying. Right, Gigi? Alright!
So this beach park in Morrisburg, Ontario is one of the biggest beach park in Canada. So as you can see, there are hundreds of tents scattered around the beach park. Every tent armed with a barbecue, so people are barbecuing their own food, and you can just walk up to any family and they'll share their food with you. So that is how intimate this event is. So this we also decided not to show the kids area. There's a big kids area at the park where kids have different games to play, but because of privacy reason, we decided not to show the kids. So it was a very, very long day. We started this journey from what 7:30 in the morning and went all the way. It took us almost 7 hours to get to the picnic, but it was well worth it. The picnic, Vincy picnic, very organized. One of the most organized events I've ever been to. When you can see like the hundreds or thousands of cars parked up and how the security officers, the way they organized the entry and the exit was perfect. And I have to give the organizers like a thumbs up for the organization of it. And as I mentioned numerous times while I was there, is that this is one of the few events that I've seen where it's like a family event. Everybody can be there. It's not like a soca fete, a party kind of thing. Like, and just to see people coming in, bringing their own barbecue, bringing their own food, sharing food amongst even stranger was very impressive to see. And the environment was like very beautiful. It gives off an impression like you're really in St. Vincent and the Grenadines when you're looking and you're seeing the beach. I know the water is not the same quality of water like what you'd see in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but the fact that they chose a location where we are, as I said, it's like 5, 6 hours away from Toronto. It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's surrounded by nature. Very beautiful, small town, Morrisburg in Ontario. And just to see everyone turn out and support Vincy culture was such a good thing to see. So that is it. And we are still on the road, searching for more cultures. We're heading to Montreal to highlight Caribbean culture in Montreal. So keep following us this summer as we highlight Caribbean culture in North America. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.